Hey YouTube, the reason why I'm doing this video is to let you know that the devil sometimes seeks you out. Sometimes you're holding grudges against righteous people and people of God for no reason at all, because basically you've been dealing with the devil and he's been masked up. Or he's sitting up there and he's forming weapons against you, or she's forming weapons against you because you have the veil covering your eyes. And they're deceptive. So now you got anger against your family. Why am I angry with my family? Because my family wasn't there. They weren't this and they weren't that and stuff like that. When to be totally honest with you, your battle isn't with your family, but rather with the devil. You're going through what we call spiritual warfare. You're going through warfare in the church. You can't sit up there and actually commit yourself to a church because you're going through warfare, where things are trying to take possession and control of you. And the only thing that I can tell a person is, like, when you start finding yourself in these states where you're feeling comatose, where you're feeling like, look, I'm woke but I can't move, when you're feeling like basically somebody else has more authority and power than you, I need you to actually implement Jesus. And Jesus is the implementation of the Word of God in you. So what you got to do, you got to start reading that Bible. And then you have to start implementing that Word and stuff like that. You got to implement Jesus. Like, look, the Word of God in the flesh. A lot of people are going to tell you this is a bad thing. I mean, especially nowadays, you have them saying, okay, they want God. They want Yahweh. They want this. They want Yahshua. They want all this stuff. And Joshua and all this stuff like that, and they start speaking all these foreign stuff, you know, or whatever the case may be, but actually they don't want to live the life that God has called for them to live. And when you start finding yourself going through certain states, when you start finding yourself in a battlefield, when you start finding yourself going through all kinds of situations, the only thing that's going to free you is Jesus. And that's implementing the Word of God in the flesh. That's the only thing that's going to break strongholds. That's the only thing that's going to break demonic possession. That's the only thing that's going to stop some of the things going on around your life. And see, I'm going to tell you something. When you start getting into that dance and that slow dance and stuff like that, because sometimes the devil slows it down, pick it back up, and turn around and do different things in certain situations that you're not aware of. See, that's part of the reason why we start studying demonology. You know, they studied us for years. Now you got to study them. Okay, what is this? Why is this important for me to know that pretty much this word means this? And it's a reason why we're studying demonology. It's a reason why we're introducing ourselves into demonology, because basically we've been fighting with things that wanted possession of us and want to use us as demonic, and want to use us to sin and do all kinds of wrong, but they say that they're holy. We've been dealing with that. And now it's time that we sit up there and we go into this battle with an open mind, with actually the truth of God. Study to show thyself approved. We're not just studying to show ourselves approved just in one way. We're studying to show ourselves approved in our talent, our ability, what God is blessing us to do and stuff like that. We're not going to want to go out there and do it any kind of way. We really want to master this thing. I want to master this. When I started teaching and stuff like that, it's so much that I didn't know. I didn't know that God has, the schools have standards. God has standards. So now it comes to the point where we have to lift up a standard. Okay, it's a standard of education now. It is a standard that we serve God. It's a certain amount of standards that we have to have. It's certain things that we want to know. It's certain things that we have to get involved in. We're not just all over the place doing whatever. We're actually sitting up here talking now and saying, okay, I have to live by God's standards. Because if I don't live by God's standards, I'm not going to make it. And that's what it's going to have to take in this next generation and what we're getting ready to go into. We're going to have to live by God's standards and actually stand up to a lot of things that we weren't prepared to stand up to. And the only way we get prepared is by studying and doing what we have to do. Hopefully these words encourage you guys. Hopefully they give you motivation. Trust me, there's a lot going on. They want us discouraged, they want us down, they want us out. But God has greater things planned for us. Sit with the Word of God, implement that Word of God in that flesh, do that Jesus. Hit them with Jesus every time. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Hit them with it, and God's going to take control. May God bless you.